that is the prime example, but Virus Gucci does get picked up, and Bizzle and Demo are going to look to make a case here. Kind of hurting in terms of utility, but positionally not in a bad spot.
Yeah, I mean, ammo is looking pretty sparse, right? Just a mag and a half in the AR. There are a few rounds for the flintlock, a few slugs there for the combat. Not much in the way to work with. Look on the other side, though. Vivid. He is 2 boxes away. Now, 72 is in critical condition. Take a look, and look at this. 5 total builds.
No shields on either of them. Like, they have less than 100 effective HP. They do have a rift, but you don't want to go skyward unless you're going late, and it can guarantee you placements. But you also don't want to be caught out in an awkward rotation here. They can't afford to tarp. You either have to go right away or go super late and just pray nobody looks in your direction, which for somebody, they're sitting on 50 points. Can he find 1, 2, 3, but the 16 isn't going to be enough. They desperately needed it, but now attention is drawn their way. 72 is going over. You see the combat swiveling towards them. It's Lotus directly above, Predator on the backside, and they're going to go late. They're going to go late, and they're going to pop and just hang out and hope nobody looks skyward, because 1 AR bullet will drop 72, 2 will drop Vivid, but right now everyone else is worried about rotating. And there it goes, skyward, and he knows it's white. All of a sudden Vivid goes straight. Oh my God! Fox, can he find it? Oh! Mateos gets dropped! That could be the difference. They have all the mats. They have the mid-tarp. They need to drop down and get more, though. They need the campfire. They need all the resources. You see, on the right, Vivid is down. You have to cover your sides. Vivid is down. 72 has to clutch up, but he's taking ticks. He's over in the storm. You can see him there, dead middle of your screen, and he is down outside of the top 15. But look in the bottom left, Ninja in reverse still up. Bizzle and Demo, Artsy and Midas, Sean, Claude in the middle as well. And hello, first SMG, first time I think we've seen that all cast. Bizzle puts it to work right there.
Every single weapon, every single form of utility, everything in the hands of these players that are playing the top 0.001% will be lethal.
I mean, Bizzle doesn't even need to use weapons sometimes to be successful. We've seen him, you know what, I'll give him a shout out for the memery, but like, in the end, it's really impressive doing that. You don't expose yourself to risk, but the fact that he's still going out and trying to make plays with the impulses and the turrets, like, that's when you know somebody's on another level for the solos competition. But Cartier Cole and Cartier Chris looking skyward, drops everyone, and he turns back. Cool guys don't look at explosions as 1-2 tick over right there. Really heads up play.
Unfortunately, they're not going to get the materials and ammo, but still, 2 eliminations, 2 points on the board, and pushes them into top 15. You'll like to see it. The lobby is going to continue thinning out. Now, keep in mind, top 10 is that next placement threshold. That's where their next aim is. You've got someone up in the sky trying to challenge. Germ, I'm so sorry. You have been eliminated.
Hogman goes down, but was inside the top 10, so he got the 5 points. Bizzle and Demo are still up as well on the mid-tarp as shots are raining down from Chris and Cole. They're doing so well. Bizzle and Demo both go down outside the top 5. No more points there for the vaulted duo. And now Janik picks up dimes. We have our top 10 as top 5 as Cherish is inside of it. Reverse and Ninja still on the low ground. Lotus with a great slide around. Reverse with an even more heads-up play. Ninja's in your bottom right. Cartier Cole in your top right. Janik and Stowe on the mid-tarp as we have a 2v2v2. RPGs are coming out. Can they catch it? They catch it right away. Player gets dropped down. Ninja reverse make quick work of him, but then Ninja catches the rocket right on his face. Can he find some time? Watch Ninja in the bottom right. Cartier Cole in your top right now. You can see Reverse trying to get an angle to support him. Cole has got the RPG reloaded, begins to work top down. Ninja continuing to tarp himself out. Did have enough room. No. Reverse went to the sky. Are they going to look up while Ninja tries to get them distracted? Now they're looking downward as Ninja is distracting. This is the split. No. Reverse gets blasted out of the sky. Interesting call as Reverse now gets dropped to Ninja. Make the play. The clutch is on him. Gets cracked back 17 HP, but now he has the high ground with Shadows. Needs to pop minis if he can get the room. A siphon would be huge, and it's not going to happen. Chris and Cole shut down Reverse and Ninja. 8 elims in the victory royale, pushing them up to 45 points.
Man, that was, you know, I respect the play for sure, but hindsight is 20/20. That's all I'm going to say about that. Next game, here we go. You got E11 Heart there in the center screen, 33 players, 19 duos remain. So we're pushing the very stretches here of the lobbies. You know, more often in finals day, we've seen dense lobbies, upwards of 50 people, upwards of 30 duos remaining, and that is not the case because today is the difference. Today, is your opportunity to qualify for finals in New York City, and that's all these players have worked for. 10 weeks, they put it all on the line, giving everything they've had, and they're looking to make the difference today.
As B-Hegs gets some great shots out there. B-Hegs being known as one of the players who actually played across region a ton pre-World Cup when that was allowed, and he won money over in Europe, actually multiple times. Just a really good kind of high execution style player. First time I've seen him with heart, so really interested, but they're up at 51 points. Like, they're challenging and they're within striking distance. And also, like, I want to give a huge shout out right now to all of the players who played and competed. Thank you so much from like the bottom of my heart, being able to cast this, analyze this, work on this show, watch you guys develop and continue to grow and do such cool, awesome gameplay stuff, and continuing to push the limits of Fortnite and grinding it out, whether it's the practice or every single one of these tournament windows, playing through holidays, getting the support of your family and your friends, and pouring all of your heart and soul into this. It means genuinely the world to me, and it is so much fun to watch you guys just push this game to its very limits. So thank you for making our job just so awesome and so easy as we're into the final moments of NA East. Less than 45 minutes on these queues. Again, you get 3 hours or 10 matches, whichever comes first, and then you are done. So 40 minutes left to queue, and then the World Cup experience is over for those in the East.
That's right, and the next step would be the World Cup Finals. But here we go, man. Hopping in, you see Keys on and Slacks. Looks like the HP is okay, but let's take a look at that loadout. It's looking pretty good. I'd be curious to see what Keys has, because Slacks is pretty stacked. Like, obviously, if he had like 3 more Shadow Bombs, an extra 2 rifts, or an extra rift, excuse me, to have 2, that'd be great. But even Keys' loadout's not bad either.
Yeah, lots of rotation. They're going to look to play safe here. They see everyone around them rifting over. The pressure plant rotation is not necessarily a fun one. And I know there's also kind of a general, I want to say conspiracy theory, where the circles are forced to go over mountains or changes in verticality. I can 100% confirm that is not true. The way the kind of like the storm works, there's a minimum and maximum distance for how far it can move from the current circle, and that's it. There's no like predetermined path or all that, so I will just absolutely eliminate that conspiracy theory. But now Slacks is trying to eliminate his opponent in the box. Hello? Ezro gets added in, and the fact is they're wearing the exact same skin as well, and so is the other duo. Might have been a moment of confusion there. That's what can happen, but a brilliant pickup from Slacks and Keys, who are trying to make their push for qualification. That elim gets them into the top 15 as well. 8 elims, 11 points so far from this match, and Keys is looking to do everything they can. We've seen them, Zeke. They're at the top. Can they keep it up?
And that is this.
Having the same skin is probably what made the difference, because you saw the player for a moment react and maybe take a shot, and they were like, whoa, wait, not
the vertical ceiling trap is so good because the stair got put into place, but you're only going to block it if you're on the lower side of it. Knew they'd both been on that and just was able to wiggle past the shot into the other box. His teammate editing that one at his back. That's what good duos do.
Now Cross, I mean, his duo is gone. That's it. He's by himself. But look, he's trying to make at least top 10 at minimum. There you go. That has he's held on. He's now in top 5.
Yeah, the Dominican
or top 10.
Saturno being picked up. We saw him in the winter out trying to represent, but Visitel gets picked up, and B-Hegs up on the high ground, completely uncontested. So the guys you want to keep your eyes on right now are B-Hegs and then Slacks and Keys. They're the ones who are trying to make a push for qualification. What happens to them is what matters here. All the rest of the players playing for their shot and the prize money, but those duos are in contention for a World Cup spot. B-Hegs picks up Snappy on the high ground. Jaw is able to get Stainless, and Cross is trying to find some time. Drags gets picked up as well. The top 5 is going to be huge. Knock comes through because of the stink, and we get close to that top 5.
There it is. Top 5 has been achieved. Now look at this. We are moving. There's only a single duo left in this lobby. Everyone else is a solo rider. Another person has been eliminated. Look at this. Cross is just trying to cross up these players finding the elimination. That's Keys!
Yeah.
He shuts him down!
Slacks and Keys were the last duo, but Keys is now knocked into straight solos competition from here.
All coming down to the wire. Look across his HP, though. He can top back up to 100 shield, but his HP is going to make the difference. You see HK down below. He immediately gets picked up. Again, like Sundown talked about, Beggs and Slacks. These are the two players to keep your eyes on, and that is there. Two of the three players left. Cross is the meat in this sandwich right now. He does not want to be here. Beggs has all of the HP advantage in the world. And now look at this. Cross, he knows Slacks is close. He doesn't know how much HP he's on. He knows Beggs is up top, keeping him pinned down. And look at Slacks is trying to close
Slacks
down.
has no map. Slacks has absolutely no map. Watch how he's walking around. He has nothing. He's just running through the open. B-Hegs just lays them right there. Cross needs to get the edit on him, and he does. Cross will pick that up. B-Hegs should be able to close this out because Cross is on no map now. B-Hegs needs to get it, and he does. Gets the E-Lip, gets the victory royale. 65 points for B-Hegs and Hart. That's what I'm talking about. Keys and Slacks, those are the moments. Cross getting the E-Lip and B-Hegs closing it out.
Today I'm going to be going through some of the comments.
Keys and Slacks are able to get that. That could be the difference. But with every single interaction mattering, these are the exact moments, the ones that will impact who is sitting there, and we're going to get right into the next match.
There's way more good comments than bad comments. And my sister, she actually thinks the bad comments are hilarious.
Pick whoever you want. 53 points right now for Liquid Duo. Make it 54 once they convert on to see Leo. There is no quad crasher flying in this zone around Vivid in 72.
And you know my boy, 11, he had a really insightful
Man, look where we are, man. Gus, it depends on where we go from here. The effective play space is going to get very funky very, very quickly. You can see, if you're looking in the bottom right, there's already some of that blue area. That's the edge of the mountain. So that space, you can build off the side of the mountain, but you don't want to be doing that.
When in doubt, throw a grenade, go the flame. Oh, crap, I got another one. That's a double
high
grab. 5 eliminations. Now, the question is, can they loop off it? Can they get all of that? Because they saw other spawns go to it. Bizzle has been pouring in spawns. They want to get all of this because this is 3 teams worth of loot on the side of the zone. They have literally can open a whole anything. Like everything is wholesale. You want medkits, you want shields, you want ammo, you want mats. The Liquid Boys got it right now.
This is going to just like absolutely increase their potential winning this game, right? They've got it all. Their loadout is looking so good, and now with that Rift to go, all the upgrades, you've got a combat shotgun right there sitting outside. I hope that they've potentially picked that up.
They're both already rocking them, like you can tell. There's like, people complain about, come on, you got combats laying everywhere. These guys will leave. What do you mean they need them? No, I'm just kidding. Come on, guys.
That was a good one. I like that.
So the next comment we got here
is now you can see what they want to do is they are on the far side of this zone. They're not really sure where players are, but they're actually, if you look in the bottom right-hand side, there's about 3 duos in between them and the zone, so they're going to opt for an early launch pad, but they're so far away, it's not really going to give them as much distance as they hope. Maybe getting a 50-50, but they're still going to have to vertical up. You can see Vivid on the left-hand side getting ripped as Ninja is now trying to 90 his way upwards / double ramp, but he's getting ripped. Hey, Shadow Bombs, Rift. Don't hold on to him. It's not worth taking all the chip off the Shadow. Get over, get safe. We've seen it before. Oh, no, got the chugs going up, and yep, they're just going to up. Well, they're so close. You can see in the bottom right.
Yeah, they
desperately want to build in. They don't want to burn it right now, but they use so much of those resources. I think it would have been worth a Shadow. But now look at that stack right there. Demo, Bizzle, Chap, Poach, Ninja, Reverse, Instinctual on that side. That is one heck of a side of a mountain.
There is just so many high-profile players that we have seen, and now look, like you said, man, now they have to burn things like the Slurp, right? I completely agree. They probably should have used the Rift, but like it's better to use it than lose it, you know?
As long as they had enough to get themselves back up, not losing the effective HP, like they're gonna be fine. They have a good side of the zone. It's worth holding the material for there. It's just you get a critical mass point, right? Like if Ninja gets one more headshot on him, somebody's gonna pour a stick grenade at him, or they're gonna spend more resources. As now he's trying to find Chap. He gets the knock. That was a 36 and a 72 with a little bit of fall damage. Will they be able to aggress right there? That's Chap and Poach trying to get out. They also have priority on the zone. If you look in the bottom right, the entire lobby has to rotate past Ninja and Reverse. And they have the Rift, and here it goes. You can see the side of the racetrack, better known as Gus, because, you know, I suppose that GUS.
You know, I feel like there's a lot of people that didn't know that. Welcome. Now you know. But here we go. The rotations begin. And so now this is like you said, Reverse and Ninja, they just got to sit here, wait for people to make mistakes, like that person in the ball, and just start scratching and attacking the resources they have, whether that be HP, shields, risks, materials. the likes.
They need Elans. They need Elans to catch up right now. They need a big game. They need big shots, and that's what Ninja is capable of. You see the number of rifle rounds he's putting in, but not quite connecting onto eliminations is going to end up being a big factor because they need all the points if they want to be in New York City. They don't care about anything else. They want to be on that stage. Reverse will already be there, but Ninja wants to own it as well. As Luke gets picked up, they're going to make the effort here. They're in a prime position to do it. Side of the zone, still have a Shadow Bomb apiece and the Rift as we're closing in on top 15.
And Poach goes down just outside of that top 15 range, so no placement points. Hopefully, his dual partner is still alive with it. We gotta hope right now.
Yeah,
but
Chap is still in. Chap is still in.
Yeah, okay. So now, I mean, Ninja is a laser beam, right? If he gets set up, he's going to just shut people out, right? He's going to rip them to shreds just like that. Finds another one. He just needs the positioning. Now he's going to start rotating the Rift. Perfect. Yes, I love this.
Well, because they don't need to worry about getting caught in that practice right there. The number of players who made it out of that, it doesn't matter how good you are. Out of the 5 duos who were in that situation, 2 made it out. 1 rifted, the other 2 shadow bombs, right? Everyone else got picked up. So using that utility in that circumstance.
What the heck?
Nice. What am I doing? What?
For it. Demo trying to find whatever angle he can, pushing through. 5 next place in threshold. Arsley drops down directly in front of boxes, go out, and a great combo shot. That is teamwork if I've ever seen it from Bizzle and Demo, and the Ghost Boys are now into the top 5.
9 players left. They could very well push for this victory royale. Vivid gets picked up, and look who's on the high ground. Reverse and Ninja, they're still here. Second side. Oh no! He gets cracked there, and look, DMO is down as well. But it's okay. Bizzle has been in situations like this. Now the question is, what are Ninja and Reverse going to do? They get cracked, and look,
the proximity launcher is going huge. He just got one. Oh,
yeah,
no,
and then I DM'd you, and then you didn't respond.
That was so good. So much happened so fast.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to look hot.
Okay, so Bizzle was trying to put the proximity launchers up towards the high ground. He got 2 different 70 ticks, but they were on 2 separate targets. So Ninja just stayed up while Reverse dropped down. The pinks came through, but they were able to close out. Just such a good finish out there from Reverse and Ninja, clawing their way back into contention. Let's throw it back in the studio to Bala, because I am way too excited right now.
Hey, we're all excited, Sundown. What a crazy game. I mean, we already knew that 72 Hours and Vivid were in contention, but 2 more teams adding their names to the list of people who are fighting for that spot in New York. I'm joined by Shia. We're going to go ahead and get through some of the action that we just saw and break it down. Shia, what you got for me?
Absolutely. We got a few plays here from different angles, multiple different things happening. Vivid on that desperation jump pad. Going to be looking over, looking down, seeing, and placing his pivot spots on where he wants to look. Height kind of pressures him to go down, finds out that someone's not building, gets an easy sneak around. The timing is crucial here. He waits for other people to mat out, so that individual has a certain sight line. The RPG by Cartier over here. He's going to not build, make sure the other enemies cannot connect up, then build up afterwards to make sure he maximizes on that fall damage, which is genius because then they have free height and can focus on the rest of the game. When this game starts progressing as well, we have a lot of shots coming off, both duos looking at different angles of the entire map, but supporting when possible. Not too much tunnel visioning happening with the RPG either. Cartier is very dynamic in terms of switching towards his combat shotgun and helping out there as well. The RPG is only coming out once a lot of builds have actually developed in the actual server. A nice quick split there for Rockets to make sure the pressure is always on, and now using those free-range RPGs, which is really, really dope. Gets a lot of damage on the rest of the server rather than pressure on everyone else that's over there as well. Finally getting that big pop-off on Ninja. Right here, Slacks going in. This kind of enabled him to have the rest of his game available. He sneaks in with a shadow and stays right next to his enemies. You can see there his crosshair positioning kind of baits out one shot going for the finish, but then waiting for his enemy to peek through and getting a big elim off right there, making sure they have that box up. He's on point. Right here, Cross is going to start fighting B-Hegs on height. B-Heg goes for a nice split here. We'll see from the other angle. He builds up and kind of stays on a 50-50 spot, goes right, then gets that drop down on Cross, maximizing the time for the zone coming in and everything else in general as well near that end game.
Yeah, so that's crazy, and that is actually going to lead Slacks and Keys up into that top spot with 74 points. but man, there are so many names here. I mean, this is literally a who's who. Shio, this list of names is crazy.
Absolutely. BHEGs as well, who got that nice clinch at the end there as well, bumped them up all the way to 65 points over here. My bad, I was standing in the way there. Zay and Saf are also up here as well. Dave, Qual, though, there are the top 3 who haven't yet, so it's going to be very exciting to see if they can hold up. Calc and Macwood are also up top near the beginning there as well. The point differential, 74 to 60. It's 14 now. That's almost, 2 big placement games, so some people are going ahead and leaving people behind in the dust. But these big clinches can shuffle things around, which is absolutely happening right now. A lot of people going top 5, bottom 5, top 5, bottom 5.
And I'm reading a lot of the social media comments and comments on Reddit. Specifically, a lot of people are getting excited about BHEGs and Art because not only did they have a semi-performance that was historic in terms of winning 4 games in a row, but they're doing it again here today. They have an average placement of something like 7, so that's ridiculous, and it's still shaping up. We've got about half an hour to go still in the queues, but I mean, there's so much more to play, Shio. There's so many names on here that we know have the potential to move into New York.
Absolutely. That Dubs and Mega game all the way back when they popped off, got all the way up 2 big 20-point games. It can happen as well. We'll see what happens when we get into these games.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into the games. We're going to do just that. Back with Sundown and Zeke. Guys?
Thank you guys so much. Can we everyone collectively just take a moment
Hashtag Fortnite World Cup.
and just appreciate that Shy was covering up the things and then took a step back and was like, oh my bad, I'm covering up the stands. That was just the best thing ever. And when he said that and when he took the step back, everyone here laughed. You couldn't hear it, but it was just the most wonderful thing ever. Hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Send Shy Wager some love. He is the best, and it's so awesome to have him here. But more Fortnite action up on deck, Sundown.
Yeah, and actually, so I'm going to kind of blame production on that one. Just going to call in my ear. He told him to take a step to his right, stage direction.
Come on, Alex.
So you know what? Hashtag World Cup. Give all the love to Shy Wager and give all the hate to
Nearly
Alex
time.
Punch. He's on Twitter as well, but that was his fault. Not setting our boy up for success, but Shy Wager has been fantastic so far today. No hashtag blame punch. Hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Give the love to Shy Wager, popping in, doing fantastic with his first breakdown in front of the screen, and now we're on board here with Niddle and Casker, who got off to a really good start, but have kind of slowed down now, hanging out at 38 points. But again, anybody can pop off at any point in time. Right now, we've seen its lower 60s to get in 65 and 63 being the mark, which is with a bunch of people being in contention like they were just talking about. Dubs and Mega have popped off in the back-to-back 20s. Stompy and Tashinkin did it today. Anything is possible, but you need to do it now.
That's right. I mean, you still have time, right? It just takes...
30 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
This game in one more.
Yeah, unless you're dropping for elims and you're dropping just bukus of them, in which case, I mean, I don't know how they're
we
doing
haven't seen
that.
that be successful. Like, generally, once it ends up going through, like, yeah, some of those quote-unquote W key games, like, people can get, like, some efficiency out of them. But,
Yeah, but it's
9
not
times out of 10, those pop-off games are when people are going for the hard super aggro, trying to burn a couple games, and then somebody else is winning all of those engagements and then gets the victory royale as well, aka Nate Hill and Funk Bomb, aka Dubs and Mega.
Yep.
Like, it is the prime example of it.
Yeah, man. And I'm just feeling, I guess the word would be bittersweet. Like, this is such a bittersweet ending to, everything. 10 weeks of this, and now this is the final 30 minutes here of...
No such thing as bittersweet. This is all hype, baby. This is what it's about.
Wait,
you can see it.
Yeah, okay, never mind. We'll talk about this later. Anyway,
Excuse me?
I'm gonna ask you a question. I feel dumb asking this on the air. This is just classic,
Is this
classic
the first time ever,
Zekeism.
or?
No, this was a really dumb question. This is classic Zekeism. Anyway, who cares? Baldy Sama destroy here. They've got no eliminations up on deck right now, but that's okay. 35 players still in the lobby, plenty to feast on.
Hey, can we appreciate this tarping real quick?
Very good.
That was very precise. However, The only thing, like, yes, you have to tarp like that, but with the number of ballers rotating on the low ground, you aren't overly threatened, and you've just burned all but... no, now you're out of max. So now you have 0 max. So yes, you tarp to zone, but how much were you actually threatened now? As Macwood and Calculator up on a high ground fight with Casker and Niddle. Casker takes Calculator out, but Macwood then gets the return there. Calculator will end up going down. Macwood does catch himself. Player directly to his right is just going to disengage. That's how you do it. Down 1, over 1. Brilliantly done from Macwood to just get out of dodge, trying to keep his tournament hopes alive. He keeps sitting on 61 points. Minigun going to work. Macwood gets the 85 and then just leaves. Honestly, I would have stuck with that one, but now going to drop down and throw himself into the low ground. Only 4 more builds left. Needs to make a play. Instead, gets lit up. No more builds left. And KD is going to take him down. That is huge.
But he was top 15, so that's okay. 3 points out of placement. That is going to make the difference later on. Now, let's watch this elimination be in the top left. Light up like a Christmas tree. Aroa's going to be eliminated now there. We're going to see this lobby get cut in pretty much half.
Pickaxe the ball.
Do it.
You can see him kind of going for it. Actually, not really. He's going for the shot, but the boost headed it out. But I'm telling you, go watch Creo's VODs. He does it fantastically. You will get elims off with that credit. That player does not deserve to just passively hang out there. There is something you can do to put him out there. The only thing you have to be careful of is if they drop out and hit you as you pickaxe. But that being said, give it a try sometimes. Maybe not in the Fortnite World Cup when you're going through, if it's your last time tried it out. But if you're just in a regular arena game or a regular solo or duo, give it a go, as Davon and Fernando are going to look skyward. Another duo in contention, sitting at 52 points right now as Roat goes down to tendons. Owen gets picked out of the sky. These two keep shooting their way through.
And now everyone is down below. We got a campfire going. Just make sure we keep topped off as best as possible. Top 10, another round of placement points, and they're just going to continue sending shots down below. They want more eliminations. They need more eliminations. We're so close. You see, look at this. Owen gets picked off. Kesvik gets picked off. Look at everyone else down below. Symmetrical, Psalm, Cowboy, Owl, Blue Tea, Rogue Shark, Threats. I mean, there's so many. You said it earlier, who's who. But now, how do we attack this, right? The next threshold is top 5. Do you think these players have to go aggro? Do they get to lay it on the line? Unfortunately, Baldy, Silent, Blue Tea are picked up when I'm asking my question. It all ends for them. And don't forget, man, we still have the 30-minute queue time, and we're hopping into these games kind of like throughout. So for all we know, this game has already happened. You gotta hope they get him go back in. Flossin!
No! V2, V2 for the end. Everyone has a buddy. It's 4 duos riding it out. Kyle ends up getting taken down, so now we have 1 solo hanging out on the low ground. That's Ceza. Cowboy and Owl left. You have Psalm and Symmetrical on the mid tarp. Fernando on the high ground in the top right. Owl and Cowboy on the lower tarp in the bottom right hand. You can see that double ramp towards the side. There is a flip knock out in Cowboy's hands right now. Owl is looking for the side. Flip knock from Cowboy to get the side hop, going for the zone back. Fernando and Davon try and loop around. Cowboy does find the zone. Owl is still tracking the zone as well. Symmetrical goes to Challenge. Owl picks someone up. Davon drops down and is putting the pressure on the Cowboy. If he finds that one, we'll get the siphon. Owl gets the flank onto Davon, but Fernando covering him. I don't know if you were watching that on the wide side, but the way they covered each other's angles was so freaking good right there. Fernando and Davon, 8 elims, the victory route, 18 points. That'll rocket you up the standings. 62 for that.
I'm glad you called that out, because just the way they were like dissecting everyone left in that lobby, just tearing through all of them, forcing them into uncomfortable positions, you know. They were dictating the tempo of that game, and that's what led to the victory out for them. Massive props, but more action on deck. Got TSM Commandant and High Sky.
And shout out to Commandant right before this was actually typing in his password and typed it in wrong too many times, so locked himself out of his account. We helped him out with that and we got it resolved, but that was one of the funnier panic messages I've from a player. That was a very, very interesting one there.
If it's gonna happen,
security first things first, and you know, sometimes you fat finger a password 1, 2, 3, 7, 19 times and then get locked out for a couple hours. But nothing doing there, sitting right around 50 points in contention. Glad you could get in the games now. Elixir and Maze. Billy going up on the side there. However, the rest of the lobby is looking towards it. Neck will get the conversion on that with some help from Isu. So Maze is just going to get whatever max he can from that and pick his loadout. 63 effective HP, but does have all those minis now.
Yeah, but look at this. The lobby is turning on Maze. You saw the first elim come through, and now everyone's like, okay, we know someone else is down low. They're probably in a tough spot right now. He's going to get a little breathing room, which is really going to make the difference. And now he's got to figure out what he needs to do to hit top 15. Those placement points are vital because they're sitting on no eliminations right now.
Yeah, you have to get to top 15. If you're in a match for this long, if you spend 15 plus minutes kind of in it, looting, getting in the late game, having a decent loadout in terms of weaponry, you have to make something happen out of it. Binning does get picked down there from Maze, so good shots going over with that epic AR and then able to cover himself up. But he needs to find a spot where he isn't being focused. No rotational tools, just trying to keep himself safe.
Oh no, this is a great
priority right now. You should be safe.
Oh my god.
You got TJ above him, and now let's get a better lay of the land from down below. Look at all these players, Hornet Tickers, just to name two very quickly. I want to see what their loadout looks like. What is going on with them? You've got chug splashes, you've got a single shadow, a single mini. You know, one of everything. Sure, why not? They also have the launch pad.
Okay, so fair enough, myself, probably not
this is a little bit disastrous.
Launch pad into another launch pad. That's what he meant to do. Is the secondary launch pad going to go for the fake out right away? Who qualified in week 9, was also a player who played in week 2 of the summer skirmish. Shout out to him. Was kind of a big jump starter for his competitive career going on there. But is a player who kind of really breaks it down analytically. He went through, looked at his point layout, saw like, hey, I wasn't getting enough from elims. I need to go more aggressive. I have no problem with my placements, but I need to be throwing myself in the middle. And he wants to do that. He wants to put himself in the middle of the action, just like you see right here. Getting aggro, getting the pickup on the WBG Blake K, and then popping the rift and out of dodge. Well done from Tickers and Hornets to get some control there, but now they need to be careful because they're drawing fire from TJ and Cod Genesis.
Down below, you see High Sky right now going toe-to-toe with the people. Trev gets cracked. Beach there from Go Crazy gets destroyed. Look at all these players. It's still so tight. There's 33 players left right now. 20 duos, and we're in Storm Circle 7. This is easily one of the most dense lobbies we've had all day, and now Ticker's going to use that Shadow Bomb, start his rotations, and just try to link back up with Hornet.
And one thing I'm going to nitpick here on Tickers, pop your Shadow Bomb as late as possible, because the time you're in the air, that counts. So if you're falling, oh, the trap!
I never won the Grey Werewolf with the blue
Oh my
God! He was just busting his balls.
I'm gonna get up and walk away.
To the top 15, a brilliantly done executed. That's what I'm talking about. Don't let him roll to the placement points. Go aggro on him.
It's the same werewolf.
You can take
It's the
advantage
same
of them
guy.
if the players don't rotate correctly.
Oh,
Brilliantly done there. Top 15 now. Coming out, and Maze doing so well from the earlier situation we saw him in. He was pinned against the side of the mountain, now into the top 15. Zeke, you talked about it. He was looking for those placement points. He got it into him.
I mean, he's probably wants more, right? Every single interaction, you talk about this. You always want more, just like me. I always want more ice things. But every interaction does matter. Everything that these players decide to do, everything that happens is going to affect the standings directly, right? Are you eliminated? Did you get shots over the person? Did you confirm that person? Did you have to burn a slurp or a risk early? Like, these are all going to make a difference. Look at this, a third elimination, and he's pushing. Oh my!
I thought it was
oh my God!
Call me Nostradamus right there as he got him. No way, won't predict anything like that again. But Maze brilliantly job getting himself up to 40 points. Might not be necessarily in qualification range, but
my boy React Gaming, he just knows what's up. That's my boy. Shout out React for the shout out.
Okay, yeah, so before this video starts, I just want to say,
and down a decent amount of the placements as well. You want to make sure everyone gets rewarded for their time and their effort over the course of these 10 weeks. You all are amazing.
This is OG, by the way. Look at the date, March 2nd. This is when I really sucked. Oh, I remember this because I saw this ages ago, like in June or something. I hit him with the dirtiest deagle of my life. Ready for this?
Picks up.
Bang,
Especially
150.
coming out of end maze again.
Yeah.
Nestorius
No,
is
I
a
deleted
legend,
him with that
and the community
deagle.
gets
I
cracked.
remember
Scientist,
that. I got killed by
Lachlan, are you
down
serious?
as well.
Oh my god. To erupt the
It's
boys
embarrassing.
duo.
So that's Slades, and then the other one is boys.
Okay, so it's just they're swapping
Yeah,
games.
yeah, super funny that one. Definitely not confusing at all, as Tickers and Hornets are working top down. They're in your top right. Not Orange got Diggy. He's in your bottom right, as Tickers finds not Limes as well. Limes and Oranges, the fruit, are getting a bandage right now, as we have a straight up solos match. Top 5, make it a top 4. Tickers on the high ground, Orange on the tarp beneath, Slades down there, and High Sky on the ultimate low ground. Voids, Slades goes to challenge Orange. Orange gets shots into him. Can he get the conversion? And he does. The in gets zoned back. Tickers still up on ultimate high, but needs to be careful because Orange is putting shots on him. Drops directly in front of High Sky, gets the 180 and finds it. The zone is full.
Okay, so I remember this, and for some reason this has 2 million views, and I don't understand. It was me, Vic, and Elliot, and I think Tinny, who were trying to build a ship in Loot Lake. As you guys can see, this is January. Damn, this is OG Fortnite.
Pushes them up to 61. They're in contention.
We built that. That's the whole point.
And the chug splashes.
I never really got to see it from this perspective. Like,
circle close, interact.
our ship was set. Yeah, I am.
Take it away.
We had one
See, these guys were stream sniping as well.
so far, and
that's where
another
it's a little bit of a
Tickers
yacht.
with his dual
Yeah, I got one
Hornet
guy.
clutching up big in style
Yeah,
with the
what?
new chug splash. We do have a actually
Oh, that
what
was Vic.
happened in Brazil.
Jeez,
Shio, it is
48
the
behind
last
this.
chance that these players had to qualify, and they worked so hard. We had to look in, but we also had the players, I should say, the duo team who's going to make it to Brazil. Let's take a look at these standings.
I just killed Lachlan.
It's a bit of a yikes.
So,
Jeez, I killed this guy and he got 1.5 million views. That's all you
Qualifying for
need
duos.
to get bangers
Okay,
these days.
that is
Just get
huge.
killed by me,
King
get
has been
bangers.
grinding
I remember
a lot
it was
to get
update
up top.
night, so
There
the
are
sweaters
multiple
were
kings
out
up there, but
on update
he
night.
tried really hard in
This
solos.
guy
I believe
is
he
a good
qualified
player,
when
I can
Nyx
tell.
qualified as well.
8 kills.
Now he's up top, double qual for solos and duos. This
Gotcha,
is huge
double
up
barrel
top
gaming.
as well. Though
This is
Quip
my
Node,
perspective.
who
I was
recently
sweating
qualified
so
for
hard,
solos,
dude. I just wanted this
came
double
third,
barrel
which is
dub
still
so
a lot of
hard.
prize money with that double
I needed it.
across
And
the
then he just,
entire
like,
world.
bailed
Nothing,
out the
no name,
back
also a
and
dope
easy
solo
clap.
player. These guys coming together, popping off. Big congratulations to him.
and the second
No,
duo, or the second double
this-
qualified player, Nyx, who's in 4th place.
That's
right here,
real.
is double
That was
qualified
me,
in
and I
Brazil
gotta
as
tell
well.
you, I was so
congratulations
mad
to
when this happened.
X-Own
I was
and
I
King
actually
from
raged
9Z.
so hard. We were
He's gonna
playing
be joining us, or
squad
these guys are gonna be
splits,
joining us
duos,
in New York.
fresh
and we
died,
cannot wait to see you.
and
With that, let's go ahead and
fine.
pop some tickets.
It was
Shio,
a
you're gonna be
clean
taking
shot.
the lead
I
here on
will
popping
give you
this
that.
ticket
Yeah,
because
this is the
this
game
is
right
your
here.
region. We
Like,
talked to
I
you
already
a
had
little bit
50,
about
I had
Brazil
9 kills, and there was
before.
50 players
Already punched
up.
the
And I was
EU
like,
ticket.
I'm gonna go for
This
a
is it
lethal
right
banger here.
Magic hand.
Get this guy
Boom.
down.
Hey, no
But the
loopholes
thing
here.
was,
Nice.
Fresh died in here, right? I was trying to pick up that
So,
quarter rip, and I
congratulations to
would have picked it up, and I
X-Own
picked up the
and King.
P90
We will see
instead,
you
because I was
guys
gonna rip
in
out.
New York.
Dumped.
But
Fair play,
we will
you
go
destroyed
ahead
me.
and take a quick
Alright.
break because
That's definitely me. Ready,
when we
get
come
ready.
back, we have NA East to finish up and
I
wrap
remember this,
up,
yeah,
so don't go
outside the
anywhere.
crane. Good shot. That was a good shot. Fair play. Where's my perspective now? Yeah. Although I never used that pickaxe, so maybe that might not be me. I'll just say for the purpose of it, it was just me, especially like the random. Oh, he was title. I killed Lachlan in Fortnite. Sorry. Aw, don't be sorry. Unless you ruin my gameplay, then be sorry. I don't know. We'll see if it's the real one. Oh, just the classic gets it out of the chest first. Yep, that's me. That was me doing the elf. Yep. He's freaking out. Oh, I love it. That one was definitely me. I was doing like the Zelda outfit. You put like the elf with the shield on the back.
All right,
It looks
Fortnite
like
fans,
Zelda.
we're here for week 9 of the Fortnite World
fair
Cup
play.
Online
That was
Open
me.
qualifiers. And just like this Cuddle
Oh,
team
that's
leader, we are
something
very
you need
excited
to
to be here. The final
That's
week
definitely
of solo
me.
competition. Hopefully these players can take a bite out of the competition
Yep.
and really keep it top notch. Codename Elf.
Yep.
Guys, are you ready for week 9?
Don't kill him
the
yet.
final
I've already
stage?
killed him. Oh, this is the second one. Yep, that's me diving that guy.
I just had a whole bag of cookies.
A
Yep.
whole bag of
Fair.
He's the yes
Just
man.
fair.
So happy I don't have to be
Oh,
here.
I remember this. I think he shotguns me through the window of the
We
bathroom.
got some qualification You got a dancing banana too. I want to see Zeke wear that at some point during the World Cup.
Fortnite fan, you guys know I love it when you use that hashtag Fortnite World Cup. We actually have a social producer that helps sift through all the tweets and all the incredible things you guys send us, and his name is Nick Brown.
All right, guys, my name is Nick Brown, and for the Fortnite World Cup qualifiers, I've been working as a social producer. So basically, every
that's
time
what we were doing. I was randomly duoing. That's why I didn't reveal the lyrics. Yeah, it was a random duo. Alright, well, I think that's gonna do for today's video. I hope you guys went on to enjoy this. Some funny reactions and that. Definitely worth it. If you guys want to see more stuff,
end up on the big screen.
All right, Courage. Let's go to the kitchen. Let's get ourselves some food.
What we got? Some garlic bread. Is that chicken parmesan? Oh my God! It's chicken parm! Yes! You okay? Yeah, do I need to put this one back? Bro, they put garlic bread for me. You think I'm not gonna get 3 pieces? Come on.
What's up, Fortnite fam? It's Squints here, and recently we've been trying to level up the observing, so we challenged our observers to get cool dynamic shots and keeping them smooth and technically awesome. And let's share some of our favorite shots with you guys.
I can't imagine the weight that these competitors must feel on their shoulders.
Whoa, okay.
Wow.
Seems like the observers are having a little bit of a competition back there.
All right, observers, let's get it.
And then tried to challenge those weights, and that just freaked me out.
What? Speaking about something freaky.
There is Nick just above Chap's foot. Because apparently that's someone's name in Fortnite. You don't know about that, Jack? No. I mean, you really need to step up your competitive Fortnite knowledge. It's okay though. It's Chap's foot. Like physically, he plays. I hate you.
What's up? It's Monster D-Face.
What's up?
Yo, Monster. You know you're my favorite?
Yeah, absolutely.
If I told you you were my favorite, would you believe me?
Probably not. We all know Sundown's his favorite, guys. That's why, dude. Right there.
What?
Dude, it messes me up. You know, a lot of people ask me what the best part about replay is. It's got to be working next to GFX Becca.
People ask me all the time what the best part about being a graphics operator is.
Someone here specifically that keeps the ball rolling no matter what happens. And his name is Jordan.
What's up, Fortnite fam? My name's Jordan, and I am the production manager on the Fortnite World Cup Online Open. My job includes making sure the production happens smoothly, handling staffing, catering, any technical issues that may arise, making sure everyone else is doing their job.
He's really good at stuff.
We're on a break, and Jeff is going for the high score.
Oh my God.
That's really special. Not for you.
I don't know if you realize it's completely uncontested. But
It's over. Week 9 is done. Goodbye. Oh, hey there. Sorry, I didn't load in quite fast enough. Hello, welcome back to the Fortnite World Cup Online Open Qualifiers. I'm Zeke, and we are knee-deep in NA East action. Now, the queues are done, so we're going to just take a little bit longer, wrap up, make sure everyone gets out of their games, make sure everything's good, get final standings, and, of course, punch some tickets. But first, what we need is, we need some casters. I'm feeling Pookie Face and Balla TW. That sounds pretty good. Let's go with that. I'm about that.
It's like you knew we were coming.
Whoa, don't call me out.
You knew that we were here. Zeke, you need to watch that little advertisement with the slurp juice and everything, because you were lagged out in the lobby just then. You need to come right back to us.
Balla just, oh my God, Zeke.
Pookie. We've got 5 minutes left in the queues. Zeke is just causing havoc on the stage.
As per usual, Balla.
Per usual.
Oh
but
my God.
5 minutes left, NA East. This is the last opportunity. There's 3 spots up for grabs. Who's going to take it?
I don't know.
That's the question.
Let's take a look. Games ready?
Let's go ahead into the games and get into the action. It is, again, Reverse and Ninja up on high ground, and probably what we would expect, the 5th zone here.
Yeah,
finding a position for them.
We already saw a victory royale coming out of this pair, so congratulations to them. They had a 4-elimination victory royale earlier on, so let's see if they'll be able to close this game out. Like you said, we only have 5.5 minutes left to actually queue up for any games in NA East, so this might be their last game.
This could be their last game, and we've been watching quite a lot of them, and I've seen some comments also about, you know, how they're just barely at, like, just barely staying in contention. But they have to have such huge games to really push their way all the way up. Oh my goodness, that is very consequential. That edit down right there onto Fuzzy is somebody who was also pushing the pace, pushing the contention, trying to get towards the top of that leaderboard. Ninja in reverse, try to get to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, that half-wall edit being extremely strong, knowing that their builds were only attached by one small 1x1 and using it to actually take out an opponent. Now we have Liquid Vivid here with 72 hours, both of them looking very good, sitting on, how much is that?
72 points, that's gotta be a good omen.
Gotta be good. I mean, 72 hours, 72 points, what could go wrong? Now that we just said that, Bala.
Yeah, it's a curse.
Jeez.
It's a curse. But regardless, I mean, this team has been playing so crazy, both of them. We've seen clutch moments from Vivid, we've seen clutch moments from 72 Hours. Their utility usage is on point today. And really, what I've been seeing, I've been watching a little bit of 72 in the past couple of weeks. He's been just getting progressively better, both mentally and mechanically. He's just been absolutely dominating anytime he plays. Same thing with Vivid, although Vivid qualified in solos in week 1, so had a little bit of pressure relief from him, but right now he is putting it all and making sure that he's going to bring 72 hours to him, or with him, to New York. There you go, English,
yeah.
easy.
Easy peasy. Now, just to your point, you know, with this being a 10-week online open qualifier, we have seen so many duos as well as solo players really improve over the course of 10 weeks. I think that's really been what's been the most exciting and interesting part to me, is seeing the progression, seeing the evolution of all of these players, and know that, you know, they've been putting in the hours, the practice, the scrims, the arenas. They've been working so hard to make it to New York, and like you said with 72 hours, it's certainly paying off for him.
It's a combination of all sorts of practice types, arena customs, pro customs, these games themselves.
Not that long, 1 minute. I do a countdown from 10. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And what is it? And it's not even that good. What the heck? That's so weird. Come on, that's a better. Still not good access. What the heck? No. I already owned that before. I already the first time it came out. There you go, guys. That's the end of the stream. See you guys tomorrow.